Now, as someone that writes for a living, I'm known to make more than a few typos. And as I get older, the ideas in my head are much faster than my fingers, which causes even more problems. And when I put my finished thoughts into something like Microsoft Word, and I correct all the mistakes, go through the spell check, and it says everything looks fine, I then run it through Grammarly, and that usually finds a whole heap of other things that it suggests needs tidying up, and also a few other suggestions. Now, obviously, you cannot just click yes, 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 because you'll have something that doesn't make sense. But using your own ideas, your own head, and the suggestions that it brings, it is an essential tool for me. But I suspect that for many people listening, Grammarly will be remembered as one of those ads that they skip when they're waiting for a YouTube video to load. So I invited them on the show today for a number of reasons. One, to educate people exactly what Grammarly is. But more than anything, I wanted to find out exactly what goes on under the hood and how artificial intelligence is being used to improve users' writing. And it's actually helping people to get those ideas out their head and write incredible articles. Because let's face it, we are all content creators now. And I also wanted to find out more about how the anti-plagiarism feature works, along with what kind of writing trends that their data picks up. So buckle up and hold on tight so I can beam your ears all the way to San Francisco so we can speak with technology entrepreneur and co-founder of Grammarly, Max Litvin. So a massive warm welcome to the show, Max. Can you just set the scene a little and tell the listeners exactly what Grammarly is and what your role is at the company?
Sure, thank you for having me. Grammarly is an AI-powered writing assistant that helps make any writing, any written communication clear, effective, and error-free wherever you write. As our name implies, we started by providing grammar and spelling advice first, but now Grammarly is so much more than that. It provides feedback on multiple issues with communication, such as wordness, vagueness, hedging language, word choice, non-inclusive language, sentence structure, and helps writers or just users in general optimize their communication to be easy to understood and clear. So we have a product that's suitable for pretty much every writing or communication scenario. It doesn't have to be a long document. It can be even a text message where Grammarly can contribute to more effective communication. And we realize that communication happens wherever users need to communicate. It doesn't necessarily happen in one place. So Grammarly is integrated with all major web applications through our browser extension, and we're also integrated with Microsoft Office and mobile devices via Grammarly keyboard on both iOS and Android. And my role in the company is co-founder and head of growth strategy. So essentially my job is to identify new market opportunities and design strategies to address those opportunities.
Now, as someone that makes a living through writing, obviously I know Grammarly inside out. It follows me absolutely everywhere. And I even get an email from you guys, I don't know if it's once a week or once a month, telling me that I'm in the, I use the service more than 99% of the users, so I must be in your top list of users somewhere. But for people that are just tuning in and hearing about it for the first time, or maybe they've seen an advert for it but not knowing exactly what it is and what it does, I'd love to know more about how Grammarly works under the hood. So can you tell me a little bit more about how it uses artificial intelligence to improve a user's writing?
Oh, definitely. So Grammarly uses a combination of technologies to go through text and identify areas that can be improved. Not necessarily something that's wrong, but something that just can be said or written better. And human communication is very complex. It's a very complex process, and no single technology now can solve it or can kind of capture all the areas where writers may need help. So we use a combination of technologies, from rules to artificial intelligence techniques that include machine learning, natural language processing, deep learning, and so on. So it is a mix of technologies. We pick whichever is the best for a specific case and use that. And one thing that's important about artificial intelligence is that it is learning. It's learning based on data that's fed to it. And in our case, we carefully curate the data that gets into our system so that, as they say, garbage in, garbage out, so that it doesn't happen. so that the Grammarly doesn't pick up bad habits that people sometimes exhibit while communicating on the internet, for example. But we rely on a team of linguists and language and communication experts to curate things that go into the AI training process.
One of the things that I love about it is obviously if I write an article or a blog post and I put in Microsoft Word, and by all accounts it looks absolutely perfect, but then I put it through Grammarly and it will make 101 suggestions or areas for improvement, and it's up to me to decipher what will work and what will not work within that. So it's incredibly helpful. But another feature that a lot of people rely on, including myself, is anti-plagiarism features too. And in a world where everybody is a content creator and we're all influenced by everything that we see around us, I think that's so important now. I mean, is that something that you're finding that's becoming increasingly important to users?
Yeah, plagiarism detection feature was a part of our premium version of our product since the very beginning. And it is important for professional writers and students. It's not made for policing of plagiarism, but it's made for self-check to make sure that something unintentionally doesn't go uncited. But I think the biggest help Grammarly provides with reducing plagiarism is making it easier to put your original thoughts in writing. When my co-founder and I ran our previous business, which was focused solely on plagiarism detection, we often had questions, why people plagiarize in the first place? And we obviously asked people who we interacted with, our users of our product, and the biggest reason was that it is so incredibly difficult to take your thoughts and put them on paper, put them in an electronic document in a way that's understandable to others, that's clear, and that's not misinterpreted. And that's why we decided to make Grammarly, and that's what Grammarly does. It helps writer or any user put their thoughts into words that aren't easily interpreted by a reader the way that the writer intended.